In this video, we're going to demonstrate the simplicity of the new menu structure that we developed for the Sunflex 24 Plus. So we're going to press the menu button and go down to the first entry, which is to set the date and time. Little text to tell you what we're going to do, obviously. And a reminder to press the enter key only after making the last entry. As you can see, there's the time. It can go up and down, minutes, up and down, seconds, likewise, month, and the day, and of course the year. We're not going to change that, so we're all done. We press enter. System goes back to the menu. Now it wants to know when is the sunrise start time. Press that, and as you can see right now we're set for 6:32 in the morning. Let's change that to 6:45 and press enter. Next entry says how long is the sunrise duration. That's the time between total darkness and full brilliance. That's the sunrise duration. Right now, as you can see, it's set for 15 minutes. We're going to change it down to 12 minutes. Press enter. Sunset start time. If there's a sunrise, it's got to be a sunset. Sunset, as you can see, it's set for 19:15, which is 7:15 p.m. Let's change it to 7:10, 19:10. Next, it wants to know what is the duration for sunset. Sunset is typically a little bit longer. We can change it to 17, 18 seconds, 18 minutes. Next entry is the night light level. This particular entry sets the night light glow at the end of sunset, so the room is not in total complete darkness. It allows the sunrise sunset lamps to barely glow at a preset value that you set, and it stays that way until sunrise the next day. Or at your option, as you can see, it is flashing off, okay? A lot of people prefer to have it off, but if not, you adjust this and you look at your sunrise sunset lamps and whatever value seems to be appropriate should you choose to use it. That's what you set it at, and you will press enter. The next entry is what we call a fixed sunrise mode. The way the system was originally designed, when it's time to increase or decrease the amount of daylight hours, we automatically calculated a certain amount of time during the day for the duration of the day, but then we would say we would split that value between sunrise and sunset. So if we were increasing the amount of daylight in a day, we would bring sunrise earlier by a few minutes or seconds, and we would delay sunset a little bit later, minutes and seconds. So it would adjust the day both in the morning and at night. Well, some people don't like to get up at a different time. Some people have a set routine, so consequently a fixed sunrise mode was set up. That allows sunrise to always be at the same exact time that you set. The adjustment for the amount of daylight is done at sunset time only. So we either extend sunset later or we make sunset earlier, depending on whether we're adding time or not. But this is the way it would work. We're reminding you to set it yes or no for fixed sunrise start time and read on rest mode only. This only applies in those two modes, folks. As you can see, it is off. Press the right arrow key, we turn it on, and we're going to leave it off. Next is the premier features of the Sunflex 24 system. These are the breed mode values, start mode, rest mode values, and rest mode start. Breed mode values, what are they? Typically when breeders are ready to start a breeding session, you start with a fixed amount of time, typically anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, and what you want to do is over a relative period of time, you want to increase that daylight to fool the birds into thinking that spring and summer are arriving. So consequently, you would start with, let's say, 10 hours of daylight, and at the peak, you may want to get to 15 hours of daylight time. To do that, it's very simple. Breed mode values. Starting daylight hours. As you can see, it's set for 8. We're going to set it for 10. Press enter. Breed mode ending daylight hours. How many hours of daylight would you want to have at the peak of the breeding season? 15, 14, we'll make it 14 hours. Next is how many days you wish to accomplish this increase in daylight hours. Some people prefer it rather rapidly, some people prefer it slowly. It's a user selectable feature. You decide, you're the breeder, you know your birds, you know your method of breeding. So we'll set it for 72 days. With the values that we just entered, we're on day 072, obviously. Sunrise will be earlier by 1 minute and 6 seconds. Sunset will be later by 2 minutes and 13 seconds each and every day for the duration of 72 days. At the end of the 72 days, we are obviously at the 14-hour time, and the system reverts back to manual mode. Unlike what it did just now, it just timed out for lack of activity. So now we'll go down to rest mode. I will not cover the start breed mode. I'll cover that with the rest mode because they're identical in function. Rest mode, just to give you an idea what it looks like. And for this purpose, okay, we're going to switch fixed sunrise mode on. Okay, so you can see the difference between the two modes. So now we switch fixed sunrise mode on. Let's go down to rest mode and let's set up some rest mode values. Rest mode, remember, you just got done with a breeding session, so you would have been at the 14 or 15 hour starting daylight hours, and you want to get to 9 hours. And most people want to do that rather rapidly, so we're going to do it in 32 days. Why 32? I don't know. 32 days. Now with those values, you notice sunrise, there is no change because we set fixed sunrise time. Sunset will be earlier by 9 minutes and 40 seconds every day. So every day, the day is going to be shortened by 9 minutes and 40 seconds each and every day. Enter. Now, to simulate what happens when we're ready to start either one of those two modes, okay? Either one of those two modes, we will go to the start, and let's say the start rest mode. And remember, you are decreasing daylight. Sunrise is going to be at the same time. Sunset is going to start earlier every day. The center, you're setting auto rest mode on or off. We want it on. Press the right arrow, press center, and it gives you one less reminder that you're about to turn this mode on. Press the home key if you made a mistake and you want to exit, or press the right arrow key to go. In this case, we want to go. And now the system wants to know what time will your first sunrise be, because everything is based on that value. So we're going to make sunrise at 7:15. Start. And now it's reminding us that there is no sunrise change, but sunset will be earlier, 9 minutes and 40 seconds. And we're going to press the home key. And now the system is in what we call the rest mode, where we start reducing daylight. As you can see, the amount of daylight today is 14 hours. Sunrise is at 7:15. Sunset is at 21:15, which would be 9:15 p.m. And we're on day 0 of 31 days. 15 seconds after midnight, all systems are upgraded. I'm going to simulate a midnight update. And now, here's what happened. Sunrise will still be at 7:15 because it's fixed, but sunset is going to be not at 21:15, it's going to be at 21:05. Don't worry, the seconds are saved. The values are being rounded off. But we are on day 1 of 31 day, and of course we didn't do a sunrise, so it's giving us a fault. Not a problem. We're going to clear it. And the daylight today has been shortened by 13 hours and 50 minutes. And that is basically it. Thank you very much for your attention.